Hello and welcome to our PBS Teacher Line Winter Term 2011 faculty meeting. I am Alethea Setzer, and today we are going to talk about grading procedures and less stress with PBS while still giving great robust feedback, creating less work for yourself. These are the nuts and bolts of our feedback in PBS that you've agreed upon with your contract. Please use specific words and phrases from the rubric when grading and when giving your feedback. Also post all feedback within the course in either the gradebook or the Dropbox or both. Feedback is required for all graded items, so please do not just simply put a number grade. Please also give feedback, and feedback must be posted within 4 days of the session end. Our courses move quickly, and you really want learners to know right away what they are doing right or what they're doing wrong. Here are some feedback examples that has been given in our courses. This type of feedback actually needs more detail and doesn't mention any of the rubric wording other than I'm bound to the rubric. This is actually back from our old system. It says 2 points. It should say 80 points, but it doesn't tell what the learner needed to get to 100 points. This feedback is moving in the right direction. It said what the learner did correctly, gave some rubric wording, however, still did not say why the learner only earned an 80%. This feedback is on the right track. It said what the learner did correctly. It also used rubric wording in the feedback and also told what they needed to change in order to improve their grade. Here's the feedback formula that I use, and I hope that it will be useful to you. I've found this is the easiest way for me to grade, and I've actually changed the way I've graded since we switched to Moodle because there are a lot of new features that we can take advantage of. First, I give an overall positive of the entire discussion to the whole class, so I can copy and paste that at the beginning of the feedback. Then I like to quote the rubric. I can copy and paste that as well, and I'll show you in just a minute. Then give specific examples from each learner and give them some items to think about and or some things to change. So first of all, the overall positive example. This can be 2 to 3 sentences about what went right this week in the discussion, or I guess it could be what went wrong in the discussion. I like to start off with a positive, however, and I copy and paste this into every learner that participated in the discussion's feedback. Here's my first 3 sentences done for everyone after I've written it once. Next, I quote the rubric. These are the 3 basic problems or good things I see in the discussion boards since I've started working with PBS. You will see them repeatedly. If you have some bulk answers in a word processing document that you can just copy and paste, it makes your life a whole lot easier because people tend to do the same thing incorrectly course after course. There are some outliers, of course, which you could actually add onto the bottom and copy and paste those as well, if you just have a running list that you could keep referring to. I will also post this in Fun if you'd like to start with my list. Then give examples from that specific learner. Read all of their posts, which I will show you how to do easily in just a minute. Read all of their posts and plug into them. Let them know you read what they've written, that you're interested in what they're writing. Ask them questions. Give examples. Tell them you liked a point that they raised or a discussion debate they started. Next, you want to give them some items that they need to change. What do they need to do differently next week? What do they need to think about? What kind of questions did they raise that maybe they can discuss with their colleagues? Here's a good ending part of your feedback. Here are all of the pieces of the puzzle of the feedback formula pasted together. Now my first 2 paragraphs, the blue and the red, are simply copied and pasted to each learner. The same Well, not the same wording. The first paragraph of this is the same. However, it saves me a lot of time already having these statements that I just go to copy paste in the beginning of their feedback. The third paragraph that's in green is more specific to that learner, and I'll show you how to find that easier in just a minute. And then the last paragraph is also more specific. I would not do these in 4 different colors. You can if you choose. I just did that for ease of discussion here. Discussion board tip. Now here's where I've found that Moodle really speeds up the grading process for me. I use tabs, and I do have a